So if you actually follow me on Instagram, you will know that my account was recently stolen and the people who actually took it deleted all the photos and messages on it. Well, in this video, I'm going to go ahead and show you how you can recover it, how I was able to recover all the stuff on my Instagram account with literally zero effort. I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do it. Now, it can take a little bit of time, but the consistency, like you are going to be able to get all the stuff that you used to have, photos, messages, everything back straight on your devices. Now, one thing you're going to need for this is the same Apple ID or the same Google ID that you used to have on your phone, and it should be good. I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. So make sure you go ahead and hit that like button if this video actually helps you out. And with that aside, let's just go ahead and get started with the tutorial. Just for the video, I actually set up an account, and I actually set up two accounts, one on this app and one on this one. So I'm going to show you what the difference is. So for example, if you actually lost your Instagram account and you want to get back the like photos and the chats and everything, there's literally no way to do it, but it is on your device because Instagram actually keeps all of that stuff in the cache, but there is no way to actually access it using the original app. But using this app, as you can see, which is the plus version of the app, we can actually go ahead and get access to this. So all we have to do is if I just go ahead and head over to the message option right there, it's gonna look pretty much exactly the same. Let me show you on there as well. We just do that and we go over to that, and as you can see, it looks pretty much exactly the same, except for the fact that we have a settings gear icon on this version of the app, this icon, and it's not there on that. So this version of the app actually has this gear icon, which actually lets us get access to a few added on to features. So if we just go ahead and actually head over to it, as you can see, we have this feature which says recover chats, and then secondly we have auto replies. So you can set like an auto reply if someone says hi, you just say like hi back or something. You can just set whatever you want in there, but the main feature we're interested in for the video is this option right there, which is recover chats. If you just go ahead and click on that, what it's going to do is enable a recovery mode on your account. Now it can take a little bit of time to actually go ahead and process. As you can see, it's gonna take like at least like 5-10 minutes, so you have to keep checking it back, so you can actually go ahead and get your like chats and everything back on that version of the app. And in this video I was gonna go over exactly how you can install this, all the features and all of that. So let's just go ahead and get right into the video. The first thing that I'm gonna do is actually just go ahead and delete this from our devices so we can go ahead and actually install it. So guys, with that aside, let's just go ahead and get right into the video. So before we can go ahead and download the Instagram++, the first thing we have to do is go ahead and make sure our devices are actually compatible and prepared for that. Now in terms of Android, the things are going to be pretty straightforward, so you don't have to really do anything. It's going to be compatible on almost all Android devices, so I'm not going to be talking about compatibility on Android devices, but in case you're using an iOS device, you're going to have to go ahead and check for a few things. Now the first thing you're going to do is make sure that you have the latest version of the Instagram app already installed on your device. Now the way you can make sure of this is by simply heading over to the App Store, clicking on the search bar and simply searching for Instagram. Now you have to do this on the Android devices as well. Make sure you have the latest version of Instagram app installed before we go ahead and get the plus tweak. So as you can see, mine Instagram on the App Store or the Play Store says update. It means I don't have the latest version, and in that case, to get the plus, I'm gonna have to go ahead and click that and simply wait for this to download and get to the latest version. So let's wait for this to happen real quick. Once you're on the latest version of Instagram, you can just simply go ahead and exit out App Store. And it's going to be the same for Play Store as well. Just make sure you are on the latest version of Instagrams before we move on. Now, once that is done, let's just go ahead and dive right into the tutorial. Now, in terms of making sure that a device is compatible, let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing you're going to do is make sure your Safari actually allows for the apps to be installed from third-party sources. Now on Apple devices by default, this is enabled, but just in case it's disabled on your device for some reason, we're going to go ahead and check for that real quick. So the first thing we're going to do is make sure our device doesn't have the low power mode enabled. There's an easy way to figure this out. If your battery icon has a yellow filling in it, it means your low power mode is on, and in that case, we'll have to go ahead and turn it off before we move on. In order to do this, just go ahead and simply head over to settings, scroll down until you see the battery settings, simply go ahead and click on that. And what you will do is make sure this option right at the top, which is low power mode, is going to be disabled and it's set to the left side. If it's on, the battery icon is going to look like this. Make sure that's not how it looks. It should look like this. Once done, you can just go ahead and simply hit back And that's all we have to do on the iOS devices in terms of making sure everything is good to go. The last thing we're going to do is make sure our Safari actually allows for the app to be installed and cookies are not blocked. For that, we'll go ahead and head back to settings once again and simply go all the way to the top, and we'll see the search bar pop up right at the top. Simply go ahead and click on the search bar and search for Safari. Once you search for Safari, just go ahead and click on Safari, and you will scroll down all the way until you see this option, which is going to be block all cookies. Now make sure you get it exactly as it is. It's this option right here, and make sure this is disabled and it's not enabled. Once done, you can just go ahead and head back and close this out as well. Now our devices are all ready. Now we'll go ahead and simply download the app. Now before we do that, I'll show you one quick thing that you have to do on the Android devices in case you're using that. So what you're going to do is go ahead and simply launch your settings and simply scroll down until you see the battery settings. Click on battery and make sure the low power mode or the power saving mode on your Android device is set to off. If you don't have that option there, you don't have to worry about it. But if you have it there, just make sure it's turned to off. Once all of this is done, let's go ahead and download the app. For that, all we have to do is go ahead and launch a browser. Now you can use Chrome on your Android devices and Safari on your iOS devices. And simply navigate over to the site called github.app. Now make sure you get it exactly as it is. It's github.app. Once you're there, go ahead and click on the search bar and search for Instagram. Once you do that, it's going to show you exactly the version of the app that we're looking to install. Click on that and click on Start. And it's going to be the same for the Android devices as well. Just do that exactly like we did on the iOS device, and we should be able to follow up. Now I'm going to go ahead and wait for this to completely process, and then we'll move on to the next part of this. Once done, it's going to tell us what we have to get from the App Store. Just go ahead and click on them, read what it says, and simply get them on the device. Now I'm going to go ahead and do mine. Now for me, it's usually the same, so I'm just going to go ahead and quickly do this, and then we'll move on to the next thing. Now I'm just going to go ahead and exit that out, go back to Safari once again, or Chrome if you're using Android, and simply go ahead and do the other ones. Once it's done, simply go ahead and exit that out and go back to Safari once again and just wait for a few seconds for this to process. And in this few seconds, it's just going to say that it's completed. If it doesn't say that, you probably have missed something. So just go ahead and read what it says again and just try to get everything right. Now, once all is through, you just go ahead and simply lock the device and unlock it. And it's going to be quite similar for Android as well. But it will tell you that the APK has started to download, and then you'll have to go ahead and allow it to be installed. So just go ahead and move it to wherever you want to keep it. And you don't have to keep the other stuff that we just got. Also, just mentioning that. And that's how simple this all is going to be. If you have any trouble doing this, let me know in the comment section. I'll look into it. And guys, that's going to be the end of this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.